Hey guys and welcome! In my last video I already explained a lot of things around Battlefield 2042's gameplay mechanics and the specialists, but I still have a few things on my list that I either didn't mention before or just recognized later on while playing more. So here are some helpful tips that you should definitely know about. Number 1 is how to have more ammo available during the match. You might have recognized that you are running out of ammo pretty fast on Battlefield 2042, and if there's no ammo crate around or a squad mate that you can ask, you're screwed. But an easy way to solve your ammo problem is by using the plus menu to equip another magazine to your weapon. Cause then you will not only have a full magazine, but full reserve ammo for this magazine as well. Of course, this will only work if you have more than one magazine unlocked already, but if you follow my guide on how to unlock weapon attachments faster, this shouldn't be a problem. So once you have a new magazine unlocked, be sure to equip it no matter which one it is. Also make sure to use all of the available slots for magazines once you have enough of them unlocked. The magazines that you use as default should be at the inner slot, and then the ones you can use as reserve or for different situations like close quarter combat or anti-armor damage. I know that the weapon handling can also change with the magazines, but it's still better than running out of bullets. And with 3 possible magazines to attach, every one of them comes filled up with bullets and the reserve ammo as well, so running out of bullets will be much harder. Once you emptied one kind of ammo completely, you will see a little marker on this attachment showing that it's empty. Tip number 2 is for reviving squad or teammates, cause you can tell downed teammates that you will come for a revive. This is not only working for squad mates but for all teammates, and no matter if you are a support specialist that can revive everyone or if you simply go for a squad revive. If you see that there is a teammate downed nearby, just point your crosshair at the little revive icon and press the ping button, which is Q on PC, RB on Xbox and R1 on PlayStation. This way the soldier gets outlined for you and also receives a short audio signal that the medic is coming. Unfortunately, this only works when the downed soldier is in your line of sight. It doesn't work through walls or when they are lying behind an obstacle. You can always see the revive icons but can't ping them. It's still a nice feature that you should use to tell your teammates to wait for the revive and not cancel them. And when you are the one who needs a revive, listen to the signal and also take a look around if there are squad or teammates coming for you. Allies that are able to revive are outlined with blue or green even on distance, so be sure to wait for a revive if possible and only skip it if there are too many enemies around. And that leads me to tip number 3. When you are downed, you can still ping your location as a dangerous situation. It works the same way as normal pinging, just double tap the ping button to mark the location with red as dangerous. You can also point at a location or an enemy nearby and tap the ping button, but that's hard to target as you don't have a crosshair anymore when in down state. When you double press it, the location gets marked with a red circle as dangerous. You can do this as long as you are in the revive screen, and as the soldier who wants to come for a revive, look out for those markers and eliminate the enemies around before reviving. The next 2 tips or actual hints are for the spotting system of Battlefield 2042, because I'm not quite sure if all players already recognize that they appear as red dots on the minimap when shooting a weapon. And it also works a little bit different than I thought it would. So when you start shooting your weapon, you appear as a red dot on your enemy's map, but when you stop shooting, it doesn't appear immediately. Instead, you stay spotted for another 5 seconds after your last bullet, and that's quite a lot of time considering that there are so many other spotting gadgets available as well. Plus, the suppressor that says it will avoid minimap spotting is also working a little bit different. Suppressors are available for all primary and secondary weapons, and you should definitely equip them once you have it unlocked. But what you should know is that it only avoids minimap spotting when you are more than 20 meters away from the enemy. For all enemies that are within a range of 20 meters, you will still get spotted on the map when shooting. So the suppressor only helps you to not get seen by the whole enemy team across the map, but it's useless in close quarters. Another hidden spotting secret you should know is about Paik and her EMGX scanner. Cause when using it, you also appear as a red dot on everyone's map. And this is not even mentioned somewhere in the description of this specialist. So if you play her and you have the feeling that everyone suddenly knows where you are, well, it's because they do. In the moment you turn the scanner on, the red dot appears, and when you stop using it, the red dot disappears. So her ability is a bit of a double-edged sword. On one hand, it gives you the opportunity to scan all enemies around you, even through walls and ceilings, and outline them for all of your teammates, but on the other hand, you reveal your own position as well. Paik is still a good specialist, but when you play her, you should be aware of this. Or when you don't play her and you get a message to your hub saying position scanned, be sure to take a look at the minimap, because you will definitely see a red dot somewhere close to you. And while we're talking about scanning and spotting gadgets, there are a few things you should know about the proximity sensors, as they are basically everywhere and are really important and easy to use. First of all, when you see an enemy proximity sensor, you can destroy it by shooting at them. They are easy to spot by the red light they have and also by the sound. Unfortunately, you can't tell from distance if it is an enemy or an ally sensor, but when you get closer and there's no blue dot above the sensor, destroy it. As an alternative, you can also throw it back. This way, the sensor gets returned to the sender and works for your team now, spotting the enemies instead of your teammates. This even works a few times, so the enemy can return it again and then you can return it again and so on. If you want to, you can even play ping pong with it. The sensor always works for the team that touched it for the last time. Another way to eliminate the enemy sensors is by hacking them, either with Rao's cyber warfare suit or with Casper's OVP drone. With Rao, you can hack them the same way you disable vehicles, and with Casper, you can give the sensors an EMP blast. Both will only disable the function of the sensors and not destroy them, but that's enough to keep your teammates safe for a while. Another gadget that you can return to the sender are the frag grenades, and only the frag grenades, no others. When one is thrown into your direction, you can throw them back, but since the timer for the explosion is pretty short, you don't have much time to do this. But if you have the chance, you can at least try it. The returned grenade will then deal damage to its sender instead of you or your teammate. To throw back the grenade and the proximity sensors, press E on PC, X on Xbox and Square on PlayStation. And last but not least, another thing you can do with the Recon drone, and that's tip number 8. You can equip the drone with ammo or medic crates and resupply your teammates literally on the fly. I'm sure you all know by now that you can equip the Recon drone with C5 and fly it into a tank or helicopter to destroy it. But you can also equip it with a crate and fly over to your teammates to heal and resupply them. It's a bit tricky to get the crate up on the drone, but with the right angle it works pretty well. You just have to look a bit more down to the ground and not directly to the drone, as your soldier is throwing the crate a bit higher than the C5. Once it is equipped, just fly over to your teammates and get some points for healing and resupplying while spotting enemies around them. This feature just got added after early access, so if you tried it back then and it didn't work, be sure to try it again now. And that's it for today. I hope you found the tips in this video helpful, and if you did and you want to see more content like this, be sure to give it a thumb up and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned. Until then, thanks for watching. I'm the Catwoman and you are awesome.